Drinks and meat in Potawatomi. Manakwe Winen. Drinks. Manakwe Winen. Manakwe. Manakwe. He or she drinks. Manakwe. You can also say Manakwe Dan to talk about drinking something in particular. Manakwe Dan. Gashkana Bagwe. Gashkana Bagwe. He or she is thirsty. Gashkana Bagwe. Most drinks will end in abo, nabo, or wabo, or some form of abo which indicates they are liquids. Some soups also end with abo or wabo. Anjes babo, Anjes babo, orange juice. Anjes babo, Bokman nabo, Bokman nabo, cranberry juice. Bokman nabo. Mshim nabo, Mshim nabo, apple juice. Mshim nabo. Ziwabo, Ziwabo, cider. Ziwabo. Wishkababo, Wishkababo, pop, literally a sweet drink. Wishkababo. Shomnabo, Shomnabo, grape juice. Shomnabo. Could also be used for wine. Shomnabo. Nonakneabo, Nonakneabo, Nonagnabo, Nonagnabo. These are both variations of this same word. Nonagin means breast, so it's literally breast milk, or milk that comes from the breast, or the teat if you're talking about a like a cow. Nonakneabo, Nonakneabo, Nonagnabo. Some communities that are more three fires, you might also hear dodo shabo, because up there they say dodosh for like a breast, so dodo shabo. Tea, tea, tea is just tea, tea. Copy, copy is coffee, copy. And this is more of a Potawatomize type word, copy. Since we don't have F's, copy, copy. Cookshayabo, Cookshayabo is cowboy coffee, or literally over the coals of a fire coffee. That cookshay has to do with ash, so it's like ash coffee. Because when you have coffee that's on the fire like that, a lot of times you'll get a little bit of ash in your drink sometimes. Cookshayabo. Bish, bish, bish. So you kind of say that M, but you don't say it really loud. Sometimes you'll hear it a little more if you use certain words, like you say like grab me some water or fetch me some water. Naden im bish, naden im bish. Then you'll hear that M a little bit more, but bish, bish. Numquawan, numquawan, a fruit drink. Numquawan. Mkomabo, mkomabo, ice water. Mkom being ice. Mkomabo. Some people also say mkwem, mkwemabo, mkwemabo or mkomabo, ice water. Shkodewabo, Shkodewabo, whiskey, literally fire water. Shkode is fire. Shkodewabo, Shkodewabo. So really you could use this quite honestly for any type of hard liquor if you really wanted. Shkodewabo. And again, Shomnabo, Shomnabo is also wine. Shomnabo. So it's made of grapes, so it's like a grape liquid. So just like it could be grape juice or it can be wine. Shomnabo. Some words are kind of contextual. It kind of depends the context. Bishtewabo. Bishtewabo is beer. Bishtewabo. It's literally talking about the foaminess of the liquid. That bishte has to do with foam. Bishtewabo. So it's like a foamy drink. Bishtewabo. Wias, meat. Wias. So when you're talking about a piece of meat you're eating, you'll add wias to the animal. Otherwise, it's like you're eating a live animal. So it's like you're grabbing hold of a chicken and just biting it. Also, wias is inanimate. So when we first kill an animal, it's still animate. We'll often offer tobacco or sema and thank that animal for giving its life. Once you kind of start cutting that animal apart and separating it from its life source, it's now inanimate. To get real specific about a cut of meat, you usually have to talk about where that meat comes from, such as shoulder meat or ribs, etc. Bishukke wias, Bishukke wias, cow meat. Bishukke wias. This could be steak or hamburger. Though we do have a specific word for hamburger, zhazhagwagan, zhazhagwagan. It's talking about smashing that, kind of pounding that down or smashing it down. Zhazhagwagan. Kokoshwias. Kokoshwias is pig meat, often used for just bacon, but really it could be any type of pig. It could be ham, pork chop, something like that. Kokoshwias, pig meat, literally. Again, bashukkewias, bashukkewias, zhazhagwagan, zhazhagwagan, and kokoshwias, kokoshwias. Msizewias, msizewias, turkey meat, msizewias. Some communities will use penne for a turkey, so it would be pennewias or msizewias. Montanish wias, mutton or lamb, mutton. Montanish wias, montanish wias. Moto wias, moto wias, goat, moto wias. Suxi wias, deer meat or venison, suxi wias. You could also say wawashkeshi wias, but it's a little longer way of saying deer. Suxi wias. Kokotni wias, kokotni wias, alligator meat, kokotni wias. Bogoch bashukke wias, bogoch bashukke wias, buffalo meat, bogoch bashukke wias. So really any type of meat that you wanted to eat, you could just add wias to it. You could say ayani wias, possum, singo wias, squirrel, whatever type of meat. Nagesh, nagesh, a hot dog or a sausage. This word's also used for intestines because those old school hot dogs, they used to use like the sacks, and they put the meat inside of that, and so they look like intestines. Nagesh, nagesh. Kakes, kakes, brisket, kakes. And that kaki is like your chest, so that's where that meat's coming from. Kakes, kakes, brisket. Tesiogon, tesiogon, tenderloin, tesiogon. Washkaduk bawam, washkaduk bawam, smoked ham, washkaduk bawam. Waskzawet, waskzawet, smoked bacon, waskzawet, smoked bacon. Pakwasan, 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 ribs. Gigoyuk, fish. Now fish are a little bit different. You don't have to add wias to fish. So you just say what type of fish you're eating. Again, gigoyuk, fish. Adikmuk, adikmuk, whitefish, adikmuk. Ganoje, ganoje, a northern pike, ganoje. Talking about how long they are, ganoje. Kwadashi, kwadashi, a sunfish, kwadashi. Wasi, 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 catfish, wasi. Oge, 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 a walleye, oge. Ongodogawe, 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 a carp, ongodogawe. Shigan, 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 a bass, shigan. Name, 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 a sturgeon, name. And those sturgeon were huge fish a long time ago before they got kind of overfished. You could catch a sturgeon that could feed your family for many days. And they used to even they'd make these little almost fish farms where they would get these sturgeon and put them in like smaller, shallow areas where they could kind of keep them for later dates. Those name, they were very important fish. Zawe, 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 a perch, zawe. Namubne, 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 a sucker fish, or in Kansas they use this for a salmon. Namubne, namubne. And in March, the suckers, they run up north, namubne, so they call it namubne geesis, sucker moon. Mesquite, 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 a crappie, mesquite. Abesi, abesi, abesi is an oyster or a clam, abesi. Zinakwegeshi, zinakwegeshi, a crab or lobster, zinakwegeshi. It's talking about those clampers that they have, how they clamp down. Zinakwegeshi. Another word for a crab is shaki, shaki, shaki. Okay, so kind of a recap here. Wias, gigoyak, manakwewinan. So for meat, fish, and drinks. When you're talking about a piece of meat you're eating, you add wias to the animal. Fish are different. You don't add wias to fish, so you just say what type of gigo fish you're eating. Most drinks will end in abo, nabo, wabo, or some form of abo, which indicates they are liquids. So it's kind of an indicator for you. That's it for wias, mina, manakwe, winan, drinks and meat. Eel.